Hi everyone! 5 months ago, I decided to stop waiting for my dream wardrobe and start making it myself. Since then, I've been crocheting, knitting, sewing by hand, sewing by machine, and experimenting with different techniques to create clothes that I genuinely love wearing. Today, I'd like to show you everything I've made so far. So let's begin. Crochet camisole. The first piece is this crochet camisole. I made it in just 2 days using cotton yarn and a 2.5mm hook. I wanted something lightweight and breathable for hot weather, but still delicate and feminine. The texture turned out exactly as I had hoped, and even now it's one of my favorite summer pieces. Crochet top and skirt set. Next is this matching crochet top and skirt set. This project took a little experimentation. Instead of using regular yarn, I combined 3 extremely fine threads together to create something similar to a lightweight 3-ply yarn. The result is a fabric that feels soft, airy, and surprisingly elegant. What I love most is how the skirt gently follows the shape of the body while still feeling light and comfortable. One thing you'll notice throughout this wardrobe is my love for natural fibers. Cotton, linen, muslin, and silk are fabrics I keep coming back to because they're breathable, comfortable, and pleasant to wear, especially in a warm climate. Three Chanel-inspired sweater. This sweater was inspired by a Chanel design. I wasn't trying to recreate the original piece exactly. Instead, I wanted to capture a feeling. Something elegant, feminine, decorative, and a little romantic. The stitch patterns are entirely my own, and honestly, this project surprised me. When I finished it, it looked even better than I had imagined. Fluffy cardigan. Now, let's talk about fluffy cardigans. I absolutely love them. There's something about soft, airy textures that feels romantic and comforting at the same time. This cardigan is lightweight enough to wear over sleeveless dresses, making it one of my favorite layering pieces. Patchwork cardigan. This patchwork cardigan is probably one of the most approachable projects in my wardrobe. It's simply made from a collection of crochet squares joined together. What I love about this design is how endlessly customizable it is. Different colors create completely different personalities, making it a perfect project for beginners. White blouse inspired by Chanel. When I watched Chanel's Once Upon a Time, I was fascinated by how elegant the costumes felt. They weren't overly complicated. They weren't flashy. Yet they felt incredibly refined and feminine. That feeling became the inspiration for this blouse. Lightweight cotton or silk would be perfect for a design like this. And I love pairing it with tailored trousers or a blazer for a timeless look. Next is this simple white sweater. I think my favorite thing about it is the texture itself. It's soft, breathable, and has a lovely drape that makes it incredibly comfortable to wear. It's also one of the easiest pieces to style. Whether I'm wearing trousers, a fitted skirt, or something more flowing and romantic, it seems to work with almost everything. And honestly, I could stare at this texture all day. White sweater. For a long time, I wanted a simple white sweater. Not a statement piece. Not something trendy. Just a reliable sweater that would work with almost everything in my wardrobe. Skirts, trousers, dresses, layering pieces. This sweater does it all. Sometimes the simplest garments end up becoming the most useful. Sir Winter Fluffy Cardigan. And apparently, one fluffy cardigan wasn't enough, so I made another one. This version is thicker, warmer, and perfect for cooler weather. I've always loved garments that look cozy before you even put them on, and this one definitely falls into that category. Colorful sweater. Not every piece in my wardrobe is neutral. Sometimes I just want something playful. This colorful sweater was made entirely from whatever colors I had available at the time. It's cheerful, slightly chaotic, and impossible to wear without smiling. Hand-knitted sweater. After spending so much time crocheting and sewing, I eventually found myself wanting to try knitting. One of the things I love about knitting is the structure it creates. The stitches form beautiful V-shapes that feel completely different from crochet. After 12 days of knitting, this sweater was the result. I haven't shared the full making process yet, but the video is coming soon, so stay tuned. No handmade wardrobe feels complete without a robe. I've always been drawn to natural fabrics like muslin, linen, cotton, and silk. They have a softness and comfort that synthetic fabrics rarely achieve. Vietnamese Five-Part Dress, 1744. Now this piece might be the most unusual garment in my wardrobe. Most people probably wouldn't choose an 18th century Vietnamese garment as sleepwear, but I wanted something comfortable, breathable, and roomy enough for everyday wear. That led me to hand-sew a Vietnamese five-part dress, a traditional garment dating back to 1744. I originally imagined it as a comfortable house dress, but it turned out to be far more versatile than that. I can wear it at home, outdoors, or even for special occasions. Today, many Vietnamese people still have this garment made in luxurious silk. Next, we have this 3-color crochet sweater. This project came together surprisingly quickly. I think it only took me 2 or 3 days to finish. Even though it was a relatively fast project, I'm really pleased with the result. It's comfortable, easy to wear, and adds a little bit of fun and color to the wardrobe. Crochet and cotton dress. This next piece combines both sewing and crochet. I've always loved the idea of making a cotton dress comfortable enough for everyday wear, while also providing enough coverage to feel confident without additional layers. Crocheting the bodice solved that problem beautifully, while the cotton skirt keeps the dress light and breathable. This set was sewn entirely by machine using muslin fabric. What I love most about it is how versatile it is. It's comfortable enough to wear at home, yet polished enough for a casual day out. The lightweight muslin fabric feels soft and breathable, making it one of those outfits I can reach for in almost any situation. And finally, we have one of the simplest projects in my wardrobe. It's essentially a rectangle joined into a tube, with a simple bottom section added afterward. Proof that sometimes the simplest projects can be surprisingly satisfying. Looking at all these garments together, it's hard to believe that none of them existed 5 months ago. Every stitch, every seam, every mistake, and every small success has taught me something new. Building a handmade wardrobe has become one of the most rewarding creative projects I've ever undertaken, and I feel like I'm only getting started. There are still many ideas waiting in my sketchbook, many fabrics waiting to be cut, and many sweaters waiting to be knitted. If you enjoy slow fashion, handmade clothing, historical inspiration, or simply watching a wardrobe come together piece by piece, I'd love for you to join me on this journey. Thank you so much for being here. And if you'd like to see what I make next, consider subscribing and following along. See you in the next project.